When we first came to our property after we got occupancy, it kind of looked like this. So we're here at our future home base. Woohoo!
Yeah.
Now the work begins. Silly me, I charged up all the batteries last night, but I didn't put the battery in the cannon, so pictures will have to wait until later. We already have pictures of this kind of mess that we're going to deal with today. Number one challenge, get rid of all these trees.
This is our driveway. There is a culvert under here. It's a 30-foot wide culvert, so we just got to get rid of these little seedlings and that, and then we can drive onto the property and clear the rest of it.
And then when we started building, we never imagined what the yard could be. So we built the house and then we started working on a plan for the landscaping. We're going to go through and kind of show you what we've been up to for the last year or so, starting in spring of 2025, and what we've accomplished and what we still have to do. When you own a house, the work never ends. We'd like to, it'll become less, so it'll just be maintaining things once we get it to where we would like it. So, and down here for this project, because, and I'm just puttering on this, because there's like a bare patch here, I decided to widen this area. I've got a edging in. I was contemplating doing something else, and then I remembered we bought the edging, and I had measured it all out. So I've got some seed left over from when we did the side lawn. I'm going to put some of this dirt, rake it down, pat it down. I've already put some seed in the other day, but this is really kind of rocky and gross. So I'm going to add some of this topsoil here, and we're going to rake it out, and hopefully this patch of lawn will come in a little bit nicer. From here, in front of our dry creek bed, not bread, can't seem to say that word, because we're going to be digging down to cover up this, so this hose is actually in the ground. We're going to dig down a little bit more and have it run out into the dry creek bed, which is dry right now. And then, so I'm going to put another piece of edging or something to go along here, probably on the other side. Right, we had a lot of water gathering here, so I made a little ditch. Me and my ditches, I can't handle it when the water is just everywhere. I control that stuff, which is a bit of a problem here in the Kootenays, and there is a reason why it's called Kokanee Springs. There's a lot of water around here, and it all comes from the back. A lot of it comes from the back as it comes down the mountain. There's a lot of really low spots and dips in the forest there. Also a lot of trees that have fallen over. If I didn't plan for edging, I was thinking of doing like those landscape ties along here, and then I realized, oh, I already bought the stuff, so I'm doing that, kind of like what I did over here. So yes, the ongoing outdoor landscaping thing. Wrigley doesn't know that eventually that's going to be all gravel. So I will have an area that I mow where the soil bag is sitting, and then this area in here. This is so uneven. I guess we could try and even it out. This is kind of a still under negotiation, shall we say. Anyways, I'm gonna get to work, and when I get all this stuff done and we see some progress as far as drainage and that sort of thing, we will share that with you too. So I cut that grass yesterday. It rained last night along with our thunder and storm. Now I gotta tackle this over here. I might have to put the wheels up a little bit so you can see where I did mow. Now, I guess I could mow this little patch. I moved a lot of the dirt, excuse me, from over here. Just kind of spread it out. So I'm gonna have to break up those big chunks because this needed some better soil. And I might actually throw some grass seed down one of these days. So, and I did cut over here. And I put down the fabric, but we're waiting to finish this piece. So Brent needs to get on it and get that done. So it's a little bit late in the day. We went and did our stuff in Nelson. We have our stain, hopefully enough to finish the rest of the house. So we have to do the king truss in its entirety, the vertical posts. We've done the bottom 3 logs, which you can totally tell the difference between those. Let me go over here. It's a little more obvious. So you can see where we sanded and stained versus where we did not sand and stain. So we just got to do those ones. And I still have a little bit of stain left in the bucket. So it's late in the afternoon, but that's okay. The sun is off of the grass that I need to cut. And I'm going to go change my clothes into yard working clothes and get this done. Okay, well, over the last few weeks, we have been working on the yard in addition to any of the last minute things we needed to get done for the inspection, which if you didn't hear, we passed. So we wanted to do a vegetable garden this year because we're not really going anywhere this summer, so we thought we would give it a shot. And we had some tomatoes last year and strawberries, so we needed a place other than in a box because those strawberries, they're just multiplying. And so these are snap peas. They're starting to come up. The beets are coming up. This tub is full of water. Bush beans, not so much. And these are carrots. I might have to start over with them. I don't know. Anyways, oh, here's some carrots that are starting to come up. And then over here we have, I started these inside. We have some tomatoes and some dill. And there was one other, and I don't remember what it was. I'll figure it out when it gets big enough. Anyway, so today I was just finishing up, and I look at the grass, and we got these really, I guess, odd. I mean, I put some extra seed down in the brown patches because the water just came through here. So I'm thinking this is good old, Mother Nature fertilizer here, the dark patches. And they just seem to grow and grow and grow. So just with the hand clippers, I kind of went around this rock and that rock. Can't get too close with them with the lawnmower. And then I got all the long grass away, except for a sprig here or there, from the edge of this rock. Oh, I gotta come back and fix this. Drive me crazy. And then we've been cleaning up along the dry creek bed. We're gonna put some fabric down here and get another load of gravel from our neighbor who's been giving us all the gravel, Aaron Strom. He's been fantastic. So yesterday we cleaned up along the edges of the dry creek bed and around the rock creek. I still have some rocks I need to reposition there. There's some spots. And right now the grass is growing like crazy. So we're just pulling it all together. So over the last bit we showed you our drainage that we did down front, and we've got it buried up to here. I've raked some of the gravel that was mixed in with the dirt that Brent pulled out of the trench. Raked some of it over it, but it's not enough. And then I also am waiting for our gravel to come. We're just going to use drain rock because, as we mentioned, there's a lot of water to come through that comes through here, so it needs something where it can pass through so it doesn't pool. So I've laid out all this landscape fabric. There's going to be more once we bury the trench. I'm going to put more down this side, and I've already got that side set up. I've got to do something with the weeds that are along the edge of the fabric that I put in along the edge of the driveway. I started doing this when grass wasn't really growing fast and furious. Now with the rain we've been getting this spring, and it's just grows like crazy. Anyways, so the landscaping that we've done and completed is the dry creek bed, which needs a trim again. And I just did it the other day, I swear. And then we've done the rock bed, which I may or may not carry it through. To be determined. I might take it a little further than it is, depending if I have some landscape fabric left over or not. Yeah, so we're waiting on the drain rock to go. We're going to dump it here, so hopefully some of this will get covered up without us doing wheelbarrow loads here and there and everywhere. And then we need to fill it in a little bit more, and I need to do more weeding. The weeding never seems to end. And this patch, you can see there's grass I put down there. It just doesn't want to grow. So we need a little bit more gravel there. I put rocks instead of the 3x3 or 4x4 beams that Brent had here. Yeah, the water runs like crazy out of there. We're hoping we got to get a diverter for the rain barrel. We had a wicked windstorm and it knocked it over the other day. So we need to get some weight in there. So we have lots of water for watering our plants, so we don't have to use the tap water. So yeah, a little bit more gravel there. And then I've covered it up here. This area, there was so much water, and we dug a trench, and then we put gravel in it. And I can mow it, but it's so patchy and uneven, and occasionally I catch rocks. And that just makes me jump really high. And with Brent chopping wood here, it's just kind of a mess. So I decided that this whole area, we got landscape fabric. When I get the rock for down front, I'm going to roll that landscape fabric out, because doing it before we put anything on it's kind of a nuisance. So that'll go then. So this whole area, I'm hoping to bury the grass. It'll take off as much as I can. I'm kind of over weeding. And I kind of did a start here. We're gonna level this off so it's not a sharp bank going down. I just want it a nice smooth bank. So we're gonna level that off. Brent's son's coming to visit us, so I might have a job for him. So I kind of started and marked off where I want to bring it back, because down at the front here I've sort of done just a little bit, and again the weeds and the plants, that's actually I think it's an Alberta rose is what it's called. I'm not up on my plant names. As much as I was around it, I did not retain that information. Anyway, so those are projects that are to be done in the future. Still have a little bit of rock. We might leave it there and just move it into the underneath the trailer, because it gets really boggy in there and we need a little bit more material in there. And again, weed this section. I don't dare to bring the lawnmower over here. So yes, we still have some projects to do in addition to the ones I showed you. And that's all we wanted to share with you this week. Give us a thumbs up if you like what you see. Don't forget to subscribe and ring that bell for notifications. Bye-bye for now.